Deep beneath the North Atlantic, 3 miles down in total darkness, lies the wreck of the Bismarck, Nazi Germany's most feared battleship and one of World War II's most legendary vessels. For over 80 years, her final moments have been shrouded in controversy and incomplete accounts. Now, artificial intelligence has scanned every inch of her twisted steel with breathtaking precision. What it revealed isn't just the remains of a sunken warship. It's evidence that challenges the official history of her sinking and forces us to question what really happened on May 27, 1941. The video opens with the Bismarck's launch in 1939. She was 50,000 tons of German engineering designed to dominate the Atlantic, longer than 2 football fields, armored with 14-inch steel plating and armed with 8 massive guns that could strike targets 15 miles away. Hitler attended her commissioning. Propaganda films celebrated her as unstoppable. When she set sail in May 1941 on Operation Rhine exercise, her mission was simple but terrifying: hunt Allied convoys and cut Britain's transatlantic lifeline. Within days, she proved her lethality. In the Denmark Strait, the Bismarck encountered HMS Hood, the pride of the Royal Navy. The battle lasted 8 minutes. A single German salvo penetrated the Hood's magazine, triggering a catastrophic explosion that ripped the ship in half. She sank in less than 3 minutes. Of 1,418 men aboard, only 3 survived. The shock rippled through Britain like a thunderclap. Churchill's response was immediate: sink the Bismarck, no matter the cost. The hunt that followed was the largest naval chase in history. Dozens of ships, hundreds of aircraft, and thousands of men converged on her position. For days, the Bismarck evaded them through fog and storms, damaged but still dangerous, racing toward the safety of occupied France. British forces finally caught up when torpedo bombers scored a critical hit on her rudder, jamming it and leaving her circling helplessly. On May 27th, British battleships closed in and opened fire. According to official records, overwhelming firepower, hundreds of shells, and multiple torpedoes sent her to the bottom. Victory was declared. The narrative became history. But the AI scans tell a different story. Using advanced underwater drones equipped with machine learning algorithms and ultra-high-definition cameras, researchers mapped the wreck with millimeter accuracy at depths human divers can never reach. The AI processed millions of data points, identifying damage patterns invisible to the human eye. What it found was shocking. The hull showed far fewer large-caliber shell penetrations than expected. Critical structures that should have been destroyed by British fire remained largely intact. Most significantly, the AI detected clear evidence of internal explosions, scuttling charges set off by the German crew themselves. This wasn't speculation. The scans identified opened seacocks, deliberate breaches in interior compartments, and blast patterns originating from within the ship. German survivors had always claimed they scuttled the Bismarck to prevent capture, but British authorities downplayed these accounts for decades, possibly to preserve the narrative of absolute victory. Now, artificial intelligence has provided undeniable physical proof. The Bismarck wasn't simply sunk by enemy action. Her own crew sent her down rather than let her fall into British hands. This revelation is deeply unsettling for multiple reasons. It means the official history taught for 80 years is incomplete. It means over 2,000 German sailors died, not just from battle damage, but from a decision made by their own officers in the final desperate moments. It means the line between military defeat and deliberate defiance becomes blurred. And it raises uncomfortable questions about how wartime narratives get constructed, especially when inconvenient truths don't serve the desired story. The video explores why this matters beyond historical accuracy. Naval experts explain that scuttling was deeply embedded in German naval tradition, dating back to the mass scuttling of the High Seas Fleet at Scapa Flow in 1919. For German commanders, allowing a ship to be captured was considered a greater honor than sinking it themselves. But British post-war accounts minimized this reality, perhaps because acknowledging it would complicate the narrative of total victory. The AI evidence now forces historians to confront what was long suspected but never proven. The video also examines what else the scans revealed. The Bismarck rests at 15,000 feet, deeper than the Titanic, in crushing pressure and eternal darkness. Previous expeditions captured only limited footage, but AI-guided systems spent days methodically photographing every detail, creating precision 3D reconstructions that reveal the wreck as it truly exists. Her massive gun turrets lie scattered across the seafloor. The Nazi swastika on her stern remains visible. Personal effects, helmets, boots, navigation tools rest where they fell, silent witnesses to chaos and death. The ship has become both a war grave and an artificial reef, colonized by deep-sea life. But beyond forensics and technology, there's a profound human element. Over 2,000 sailors went down with the Bismarck. Most were young men, some barely out of their teens, who never wanted war, but found themselves trapped in its machinery. Some died from British gunfire. Others drowned when the ship was scuttled. The freezing North Atlantic claimed those who made it overboard within minutes. Only 115 survived. The AI scans don't just show a shipwreck, they document a mass grave, and that transforms technical analysis into something far more haunting. The investigation's most unsettling implication comes from naval historians. If it took AI technology to reveal the full truth about the Bismarck 80 years later, what other accepted histories might be incomplete or wrong? How many official wartime accounts were shaped more by propaganda needs than objective reality? And in an age where artificial intelligence can peer into the past with unprecedented clarity, are we prepared for the uncomfortable truths it might uncover about events we thought we understood? The closing examines why only AI could solve this mystery. The Bismarck lies in conditions that defeat conventional exploration, 3 miles down, in total darkness, under pressure that crushes most equipment. Human divers can't reach her. Previous expeditions were limited by time, technology, and visibility. Only autonomous systems guided by machine learning could conduct the comprehensive survey needed to piece together what actually happened in those final chaotic hours. The final revelation is perhaps most disturbing. The Bismarck story shows how easily historical narratives can ossify into accepted truth, even when they're incomplete. For 80 years, the world believed a simple story. Britain sank the Bismarck through superior tactics and firepower. The reality was far more complex, a combination of battle damage and deliberate scuttling, of defeat and defiance intertwined. If this cornerstone of World War II history required rewriting, what other certainties might crumble under technological scrutiny? The video ends not with closure, but with questions about truth, memory, propaganda, and whether we can ever fully know what happened in the fog of war. The Bismarck's secrets rested 3 miles down for 8 decades, waiting for technology advanced enough to read them. The AI finally did, and what it revealed was more than just a shipwreck. It was a warning that history isn't always what we're told, and sometimes the most terrifying discoveries are the truths we've been avoiding all along.